Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So on today's video, I'm actually going to be doing an interview with somebody I researched from LinkedIn. Should I call him like my mentor? Yeah, my mentor is perfect. So he has actually been guiding me through the process of application, of scholarship, and other stuffs outside Nigeria. And I know it's going to be a very exciting video. Make sure you stick around to this video, subscribe to this channel, and like this video until the end. See you very soon. You can see them riding on the pavement. Young kids, they're growing up in basements. Hiya.
Hi.
Can I meet you?
My name is Yusuf.
Yusuf.
Yeah.
Just Yusuf.
Yeah, my name is Yusuf Damiola Olania in full. So
And
Yusuf is my first name, Damiola is my middle name, and Olania is my surname.
Okay. So what are you doing in the UK?
I'm currently doing my PhD in the UK.
PhD in what university?
University of Bath. Yeah, Somerset. It's very beautiful.
Please, can I just ask you a few questions that I know might help people watching this channel?
Oh, I'm willing to share.
Okay. You made mention of your PhD.
Yeah.
Can I ask, is it self-funded or are you funded? Like, you get a scholarship or something?
Yeah, it's a funded PhD. So I got fully funded scholarship here in the UK.
Oh, fully funded, not like partial, but fully funded.
Yeah, it's fully funded scholarship.
You are flexing in this issue. Okay, and who is funding?
Yeah, my scholarship is funded by SWDCP. It's called South and Western Doctoral Training Partnership. So it's like a wing of ESRC, Economic and Social Research Council in the UK. So they're like in charge of social sciences research in the entire UK. So they have Southwestern program partnership that meant for the Southwestern universities. There is some for like what's it called? East Midlands part of the UK as well have their own, like some universities, like University of Nottingham, Derby, University of Derby, Northampton University. So this university comes together to form their own partnership, and a Southwest partnership as well. So if you want to apply, you can apply through the Western doctorate partnership, or you apply through the Midland or through the other part of the UK. So that's
so like different regions, like
different regions in the UK
could just apply for it. That sounds achievable. So like, how did you hear about the funding? And
how do I about it? Well, I would say I love scholarship, so any scholarship I can sneeze scholarship, even the tiniest I can sneeze scholarship. So actually I've been in the UK before. I did my master's here in the UK as well. Yeah, I did my master's.
Was the master's, was it funded or was it?
Yeah, it was funded as well.
So
I did my master's. I did my master's at the University of Nottingham.
Okay.
So it was during my master's when I was wrapping up my master's. So I started checking out like opportunities in the UK, and there's one website that was shared with me by my friend. So he's also in the UK here. So there was this particular website where all academic scholarship or all academic related opportunities are being shared.
Yeah.
With the scholarship, academic
jobs. Do you mind telling us the name of
Yeah, sure. It's jobs.ac.uk.
Oh.
So that's like website where virtually all PhD
you guys know where I put it down on the screen.
Yeah. Okay. so that's where you can virtually see all PhD scholarships in the UK and any academic job in the UK. So it was there. I started monitoring the website and I started following all opportunities that have been shared on the website. So that was where I found the scholarship and I gave it a shot.
Yeah, monitoring. Do you mean like, do you check it like every hour or something? You say like
what's going on? So I just
do you check every day or like how do you monitor the website?
Yeah, actually it's like weekly. Sometimes I check it weekly, but I don't really have kind of a specific timeline for checking. I just check often. I think the word often is okay. I just check often like what's going on because the website gets updated virtually almost every time. So I just check, okay, these opportunities are available. Does it fit my profile? Okay, I can apply for it. So that was how I applied for the opportunity. So
okay, that works.
Yeah.
And so how did you get the funding? Do you want to share the rigorous process? Because I know that getting scholarships is quite difficult. So like, how did you get it?
That's a very deep question. It was actually very tough.
You might not want to share the whole story, but
I was just very specific about it. Actually, when I found the scholarship online, there was the process to follow. You just need to fill a form.
Okay.
So the form needs to be sent to an email, and that's it. The process is super easy to do. But
really?
One thing about the scholarship is that you need some information to be able to complete the form. So if you don't get those things, you can't complete the form. But once those things are
Are
ready,
available.
that's it. So
Okay.
one of the thing is your supervisor. So you need a supervisor to supervise your research.
Yeah.
So that was the first thing I did. When I found the scholarship, I reached out to lecturers at the University of Bath, and I think I reached out to some at the University of Bristol as well. So I was just, okay, this is me. This is my proposed research topic. This is
Yeah.
the proposal I've already drafted, and these are like my argument. And so I would like you to supervise my research under this particular scholarship. And I got a reply from my current supervisor at the University of, like, oh wow, your profile is actually interesting. Let's do it. But
Oh.
he told me it's actually very competitive, but we can give it a try. I was like, oh, cool. So that was it. So I secured a supervisor, and I needed another supervisor because you must have two supervisors minimum.
Oh.
So he was the one who recommended the second supervisor. So I reached out to him, and he was like, oh, cool, fine. So that was how the supervisor of the thing like
Accepted.
went. So the second thing is collaborative partner.
Okay.
And what that means is that ESRC or SWTP really want people that that can impact their home country.
Yeah.
So when they are awarding you scholarship, they want to ensure that you'll be able to impact your country, or you have a partner back home who could help you. Who could help you with your research, probably provide you with sample you need, or probably help you to execute the findings of your research. So they need someone like that, or organization like that back home. So you need that partner. So there are different pathways there. I don't want to go really deep, but that's just like a brief. Because there are different pathways. You can do innovation, you can do collaborative. I did collaborative, so they needed that person. So I was a member, like I'm an alum of Teach for Nigeria back in Nigeria. So and Teach for Nigeria does something like similar, like into championing education equity in Nigeria. So I just had to reach out to my people, like, I'm back. So like, I'm back. So I'm like, okay, so what do you need? I think I need you to be partner, because this is what you do, and I want to do research in this particular thing. Like, I need you to be be a partner to this research. Like, cool. So they gave me the letter, and that was it. So I used the letter, I used my supervisor's details, because the supervisor needs to fill out some things from part of the form.
Yeah.
So that was it. And I submitted. I was shortlisted for interview. Did the interview. I got the funding.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was it.
Just, you guys, quick information that will help you. That means about to start his YouTube channel. So we'll be sharing more of all this information. So do well to go and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to leave the handle on the screen. Okay.
Yeah.
Quick to another question. So what advice would you give to somebody that is hoping to apply for PhD funding, or yeah, you've said a lot on how you have to get this document and this document, but what kind of advice would you give to somebody, because it looks very easy as we're saying it. So what advice will you give to somebody, of course?
Well, I think the first advice I'll give anyone who is planning to take this, I'll call it a very challenging. It was very challenging and very interesting at the same time, because scholarship is actually absolutely sweet. I won't lie, it's absolutely sweet, but it's very challenging, but it's really, really rewarding. So when you win it, so the first thing I'm going to tell you is that you need to, if your resilient percentage is like 100%, you need to have like 400% resilience, or you have to be dogged, because it doesn't come easy. I applied to I think I submitted up to like 15 or 18 PhD applications all over the world.
Even with your masters in the UK?
Sure, even with masters in the UK, yeah. I applied, I submitted, and I was writing proposals. I had like 2 different proposals. I wrote 2 different research.
Oh, so you were sharing to
if I found, okay, this supervisor has my research interest, I shared. So the first thing is that doggedness. Okay. You need to be very dogged, and I want to have my cut of success in this process. So you have rejections, you have setbacks, but you need to just keep going. And another thing is that your network is absolutely, I believe, is your network. Is your network. So you need those people. I was fortunate to have
your network is your network.
Yeah, your network. So if you don't have those people, they help you with that some journey that normally should have taken you like 1 year, but with your network you can do it in an hour. Or in some minutes, you just get it done. So I was fortunate to have some friends in the UK who had their PhD. So I talked to them, and I rubbed minds with them, like, guy, what's going on? I'm writing this proposal. What do you think about this? What do you think about this idea? So they share things with me. I'm like, okay, guy, do it this way, do it this way. So they made the process actually very easy for me. So that's one thing. So your network is very important. And another thing that I if you want PhD in the UK, one thing that that I knew from my own experience that is very important is research proposal. Ensure you have a research interest, like a particular topic you really want to explore. It could be a kind of a scaffold of what you research during your masters. It could be like you just want to bring forward. So you could have that, then you write a proposal of like 1,500 or 2,000 words on the particular area. Then when you're reaching out to supervisors, your prospective or potential supervisors, don't just reach out to them like, hey, I want you to supervise my research. Like what's the research? What was it all about? I was like, I find the profile very interesting. Like, how did you find it interesting? So you can do like that. So I think a lot of people go actually do things like that in other countries, and they're cool. But UK is very competitive when it comes to PhD opportunities. It's very competitive, especially for education. It's very, very competitive.
I used to think the science is more competitive.
I think education has very limited opportunities. That's why I think we have very limited opportunities, and
because it took me like I really had to search for a lot of scholarships, but it's just limited. So I think the science also affected, not just
but yeah, just for education, just for being marginalized when it comes to education. When it comes to scholarship, you guys are being marginalized. It's very difficult to see scholarship. So that's proposal is very important. So you don't need like 10,000 words proposal. No, it's just like 1,500 words, including your intro, methodology, your timeline. How do you want to achieve the whole thing? That's it. Cool. So just attach that to your cold email you're sending to your prospective supervisor, and that's it. It gives this impression like, oh, you know what you're doing.
So do you feel like having a background information about the person doesn't really have like an effect?
Yeah, it has. I'm saying it has. But when you're telling me that you have a connect, like your profile connects with my profile, and you want me to supervise your research, you should be aware that 50s or 60s of students are also reaching out to me with the same information. So how do I ensure? How do you make yourself stand out among those pool of applicants?
It's by you.
Proposal is like you showing your writing skills. It tells a lot of things about you. It tells a lot about your interest, the passion you put in composing, the problem you've identified, and how you've been able to problematize those things in your proposal. It shows that I think this is cool. So I use that method. It works for me a lot. I got a lot of supervisors in America, in Canada, in Australia. I got with that proposal, like it works for me. So
I was about to ask, like, did you get opportunities outside the UK, or was just the UK?
I think before I answer that question, I like to say, okay, I think I've mentioned how many things, 3 things.
Yeah, you said doggedness, you said network, proposal and network.
Proposal, yeah. I think those ones are actually they're cool. So if you have those things, I think they're cool.
Okay.
So there are opportunities in other parts of the world.
Did you get funding opportunities? Did you have a situation whereby you had to go for one university over another university? Was there something like that?
When I had my PhD fundings, I actually got 3 fundings. I got one in the UK, which I'm currently on. I got one in America, and I got one in Australia as well. So when I had the opportunity, I'm like, okay, I've been in the UK for a while. I've been in the UK for a while.
So you want to explore.
America is a very good country. Australia is very good as well. So where should I go? So I think I had a lot of things which are some are very personal and some are professional that I had to consider before I made my choice. And I'm like, okay, I think UK is cool.
Okay.
So that was I set it for UK. So I have multiple offers, and I'm like, okay.
We'll still go back to that anyways. But do you want to take your walk around the place?
Yeah, that's fine.
Because we've been sitting for a very long time. And so coming to Bath, it really looks very warm here. What has been your experience in Bath?
Well, I think Bath is
Bath. Is that the answer?
Yeah.
Bath.
You want me to call you typical Nigerian? Bath.
Okay, Bath. Okay, what's been your experience?
Yeah, I think Bath is very cool. It's a very cool city. It's very very small and very aesthetic oriented. It's a very beautiful city. The architecture here, the architecture, the structure of the buildings, massive, very good.
Yeah, I can see some of them.
Yeah, and I think generally I just love the beauty of this city. It's well planned and very historic. I think that's one thing that I think I really enjoyed here.
And you guys, I did a video on my experience in Bath. Make sure you check that video up there. Okay. So I told you I was going to come back to that question where you said you had opportunities in the UK, you had in US, and you had in Australia. So Australia. You had in Australia. So I was going to ask why did you choose the UK over US and Australia? Because Australia and US are greater countries, in my own perspective.
Okay.
So like, why did you choose? Why did you choose the UK?
Well, I think just like I said the other time, there's some personal reasons and some professional reasons
Yeah.
that made me choose the UK. My course especially is education,
Yeah.
and UK is well ranked when it comes to education courses
Yeah.
in the world. So
Yeah.
I think that's one thing that motivated me.
Okay.
Another thing that I factor in my decision was my supervisor.
Do you not want to sit there? I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
remember what you
that's
started to
absolutely
say.
fine. So
Um,
my supervisor is like amazing. Even without, I haven't met him when I started like very attracted to him, because just like I said earlier, before meeting him, I already had this impression. I already liked him. So I felt like this kind of person I really want to work with. His feedback on my proposals and how I feel like this is the kind of person I really love to work with.
so like you just say your supervisor like was the factor.
Yeah, my
Like was it
supervisor was a
like
factor.
any?
My proposal was a factor. There's a rank for the proposal I
Yeah.
wrote. Like I love this one more than this one. So I went for last factor, supervisor factor. UK being one of the best country you can study education courses as a
Really?
factor as well. And I've been in the UK for a while.
US.
I'm not sure.
You've been
Probably
in
for
the
other
UK.
courses.
Okay.
Probably for other courses, but for education, I think I really.
You've been in the UK. I thought
Yeah.
you would want to explore. If it was me, I would have loved to like go and check other countries.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Actually, it's absolutely good if you. But besides, funding is juicy, so it's
So like
irresistible.
somebody was telling me, I don't know if it was you, but I know I heard like if you are in the UK here,
Yeah.
You are paid stipend and you're paid extra again, like you have an opportunity to work and you're still paid stipend.
Yeah.
But if you're in the, I don't know, it looks like it was
I
you.
think
You were telling me.
I think these are the personal things that I said I'm gonna keep to myself. So you just want me to say, okay. Okay. I'll say it for free now. So
Thank
it
you.
was like my UK in general has this funding policy kind of different from America.
Yeah.
And in the sense that if you get funding in the UK, the funding is your funding. Like you have funding, your tuition is being paid, and there is monthly stipend.
Yeah.
And aside that, as a student in the UK, you have 20 hours to work a week. So aside your normal stipend and aside your tuition fee being paid, you can still do like
work for 20
hours a week and still get some extra money, as long as it's not going to affect your research. If you can do it and it's not going to affect your research, definitely you can do it. However, if it's gonna affect your research, don't do it. So so that's it.
Affect, do you mean like if you don't keep up to a standard, you get cut off from the scholarship?
Exactly, because this scholarship is like very academic oriented, kind of like there is some assessments that you'll be subjected to, because the renewal of the scholarship is subjected to performance. So you need to perform. You need to, there's some timelines that you've set, like okay, by the end of this particular semester you should be able to achieve this, because some people are funding you, they're giving you money to do some research, and if you're not doing the research, so what's the point of funding you?
Back to your country.
So you need to do the research. If you think doing the job won't affect the research, of course you can do it, because it's a legal hour to work. It's not like you're doing something illegal. So that's it. But in America, you have the 20 hours to work, but the funding comes in form of assistantship. So you work in the department with that 20 hours that you have, legal 20 hours to work, and you're being paid. Like you're being paid for the job you're doing for the department. So it's like, so you don't really have a constant
extra time to work.
Exactly, like a constant source of income somewhere, and you can still work. So that work is like that. What they're paying
working you to get money, and you're still struggling to study.
Yeah, though your tuition fee is going to be paid in America as well. So that's so I just feel like
UK for me.
Yeah, just like
UK
this is extra 20 hours to get some extra
because
money.
You don't really need to work to get that stipend. But this one, you're like working in form of assistantship
to get a stipend.
You boost your skills.
Yeah,
it's left to you guys.
No, do some teaching job if you want to get a skill. So, yeah, you can get some teaching job, marking, anything. You can just, you're a PhD student, you're not an undergrad.
So can you seek for those opportunities from your supervisor?
Definitely. I recently I did kind of a shadow for my lecturer. I did some analysis for him, so a research analysis for him for some data. So you can actually take up this job as well. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
So I actually checked your profile on LinkedIn,
Yeah.
and I found out how your page is, your scholastic like
So,
achievements. Let me not expose you.
okay.
So I
No,
checked
you
your
already
page on
did.
LinkedIn. Okay, I'm sorry, but I needed to ask this question. So, like,
Yeah.
do you think
Yeah.
your history of your scholastic achievement is like a factor for you getting the scholarship? Do you think somebody with a 2-2 can get a scholarship? Do you think somebody with a 2-1, or it must be like somebody with a distinction from either BSc, MSc? So, like, what do you think? Did it really like
Yeah, I think
had a factor?
it's may and it's may not. So that's what I'm gonna say. And the reason why I say it's may, I'll start with it's may.
Okay.
And the reason is that I think there was a day we were in a meeting with my other scholars,
Yeah.
because the scholarship I won, we only two international students that were awarded the scholarship. The
Yeah.
rest were UK students. So it's a very competitive scholarship.
Oh.
So we were in the gathering that day and we were all like asking each other like, "Guy, what's up? So what did you do undergrad? What did you do?" Say, "Okay, I studied this. What was your grade?" He said, "Okay, I had a master's before and I had a distinction. What about your undergrad? Distinction. What about you? Undergrad, first class, master's, distinction. What about you? Undergrad, master's, the
Yeah.
undergrad, first class, master's,
Class
distinction."
decision.
Like we're like eight and we pretty have the same profile.
Oh.
Even the other my other friends that she's from like India, she had the
Mm.
same profile as well, like distinction, first class, and everything. Like, oh, so that could be a reason. But I think why I said it might not be is I remember when my supervisor was telling me one of the factors that was used to select me
Yeah.
was my proposal. He said my proposal was like outstanding. It was irresistible. They couldn't
Okay.
resist the proposal. Like this is a pressing issue that needs to be addressed. Like a very contemporary issue. It
Mm.
was like hot topic then.
Mm.
So I think that was it. And I have when I went to conference, there's this conference we usually have, student-led conference
Yeah.
by my funding organization. So I met some people and we chat and we talk. So I found out that there are some people even from Nigeria that doesn't even have they don't even have a first class or distinction and they got a scholarship as well.
Mm.
And it boils down to their proposals and how they can package their application. So sometimes it's not necessarily have to be like you just have to have that distinction of first class, but sometimes if you have something extra, your proposal needs to be. I'm not gonna lie about this. Your proposal
You've
must
been
be
saying a lot about
outstanding.
proposal.
I'm telling you because you're doing your research for UK government.
Yeah.
Like UK government is funding you. You can't
Yeah.
just mess up. You can't just do anything. So you have to be, especially education.
So there
Your writing
was,
skills must be top notch. Yeah.
sorry to cut you short. There was something you were saying about your proposal. Like it was like something they needed at that
Yeah.
time. So do you like advise? Say you want to do something, you could go
Yeah.
and research like what's the
Yeah.
trending
The
thing,
training.
and
Yeah.
now try to
Exactly.
solve the problem.
Exactly.
So if I, for instance, let me come medical,
Yeah.
I want to have this passion to
Mm-hmm.
study endometriosis,
Mm-hmm.
but what is going on the internet now,
Mm-hmm.
it's not endometriosis,
Mm-hmm.
but cervical cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Do I now have to think of something related to cervical cancer because it is a trending topic, or do I like still bring out what I want to do in
Mm-hmm.
it? What do you think about
Yeah, I
that?
think one thing you have to realize, realize is that everyone, each and every one of us has our research interest, and 4 years is a lot of years to dedicate to research something you don't like. So
Okay.
that's absolutely out of it.
Okay.
But you should also understand that every funding organization has a mission.
Okay.
They have what they want to fund.
Yeah.
They have like they have area of focus. So you need to understand that first before you even approach any supervisor to supervise your research or before anything. What I also realized before I applied for this scholarship, I did my
Yeah.
research because it was not this video is not enough for me to explain the whole thing. Like
You guys
I
can
did my
subscribe to his
background
channel.
I did my background research about this scholarship. I
Yeah.
went on LinkedIn, look at the past scholars of this scholarship.
Yeah.
What kind of research that they do?
Oh.
The current scholars that won this scholarship, what kind of research did they do? So I found out that they do things around global inequalities.
Yeah.
So and I have a research interest around language ideology,
Yeah.
policy making, and all sort of things. So and I felt like okay, in the area of policy, in the area of language ideology or global inequalities, what is that trending thing that is happening in publications recently? So I did those plans. Oh, this is like one contemporary issue that is like keep popping up from all my research. Like boom.
You've
So I
seen it.
quickly I borrow
I get.
that variables. I just
Yeah.
merge it with my own research variables and I dropped my proposal
Yeah.
around it. So it's actually very important to do to do your research. So know what the research organization, know what they fund. If they don't fund cancer, just like you said, I'm sorry, I don't really know about science. If they don't fund cancer, and you said because you have interest,
Yeah.
my dear, even if you have the best application,
They won't take it.
they won't take it because that's not what they fund. So you need to
Uh,
understand what they
it's
fund, then
kind
you
of
tailor your research, your application towards it.
yeah. I
Yeah,
think that's all I have. But one final thing
yeah,
is what advice would you want to give to somebody that wants to um come to the UK? Maybe not UK because from what you've said, you have experience in other countries.
yeah.
So for somebody that wants to pick up a master's
Mhm.
degree, I know it should be me that is answering because I'm the master's student. But
I was
like
one.
with your experience,
I was one of the master students as well. So
yeah,
it's
so
really
like
good.
you would give a more professional advice. So what do
Yeah.
you think for someone that is looking for funding? What do you think? What advice do you want to give?
Yeah, I think if you're coming to the UK or America for masters, and if you really want to do it on scholarship,
Yeah,
aside the regular document that you need, your CV, your personal statement, aside
yeah,
all of those things that you need, your international passport, one thing that you need to realize is that you cannot take that research factor from your life.
yeah.
If you're the type that doesn't like research, please go and like research because it's a graduate school. You want to have a master, like you are a master of something. So if you are a master of that thing, that means you must have done some research about that
Research.
thing that
Yeah,
qualifies you to be a master holder of that thing.
yeah.
So it's like master. So if you don't like research, so what are you doing in graduate school? So one thing which is key, research. So as you filing those applications, as you're getting those rejections, try and attend seminars and webinars around research development and other things. That's a very key thing. Another thing is try as much as possible to attend webinars on
Good
research.
point.
Yeah, try and all those share some tips there on subscribe to YouTube channels that just like I share some opportunities on how to apply for scholarship abroad. So you can subscribe to this YouTube channel where you have access to some premium information.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think another thing that I would like to share is your network. So you can say you want scholarship or you want a graduate school and you're working with somebody who shares a very dissimilar orientation or career goal. It's like fire and water. They don't
yeah,
work together. So
yeah.
you need to look for
Good network.
like minds that you can cross
I
pollinate ideas
recommend LinkedIn for
together.
that.
Exactly. You need to look for those people that you talk to often, like you share things together.
Yeah,
Bro, I just made this application. Are you applying for this thing? So it's not like you. Sometimes I always recommend this for people. If I'm I have social science background.
yeah,
If I'm looking for scholarship, I have to look for that social science student as well. So
yeah,
if I'm trying to make a friend, I can make a friend with some science students, but they're not really going to make that impact that social science thing like me will make in my life because we're virtually applying for very similar research. So we're like
yeah,
launch pad for each other kind of, or like then we support system for
yeah.
each other. So when I'm down or when you're down, we
This
can
one
actually
things
do
up.
so.
Yeah, you're
Yeah, I
right.
find these opportunities there. Like we have to apply for this. So those kind of things really very helpful. Yeah, so that's another thing. So I can't really remember everything, but I think
Yeah, and just to add to what Damia said,
yeah,
I would say planning too. It's
yeah,
it's good. Like I remember when I was applying for mine, God,
yeah,
I took like 2 years to research about what I wanted to do, and
yeah,
from if you plan early, you'll be
yeah,
able to know if you need to get a particular qualification
yeah,
that the body needs.
yeah,
For instance, if you need all these voluntary skills,
yeah,
you know, okay, during this period you need
yeah,
to do this, or maybe
yeah,
during your NYSC you need
yeah,
to volunteer for this. It
yeah,
like sets you on the go. So I would really
yeah,
advise planning. Like
yeah,
it's good to like plan early.
yeah.
Well,
I think that's a very good point.
good point.
Yeah, that's thank you for adding that. That's a very good point. Planning is just if you fail to plan, then you
You
prepare to fail.
feel
So
yeah,
it's
that's accurate.
yeah, simple
Thank you
as
so
that.
much, Dami. I'm really
Uh,
excited to have you on this channel,
welcome. It's so
and
good to
we're
have you
all
back.
excited.
Yeah,
The
it's so
2.1 came with us.
yeah, it's so good to have
We're
you
excited
back.
to have you on this channel,
Yeah.
and this is where we'll end this video. You guys, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you go and look for Dami's channel, and subscribe to his channel, and stay. Turn on the notification bell to get notified when he posts recent videos. You guys, okay? So bye.
All right. Thank you guys. Thank you for having me.
Cut.